What?
It's on.
Oh my! Look at that. We've got company.
Yeah.
Hello, TBC family. How are you doing today?
Hi.
I'm joined with my son, Max. Say hi to everybody, Max.
Hi.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Let's just start off. Let's just be honest with each other. All right, we each have our, guilty pleasure. Whatever that might be. You know, for some of us it might be an extra helping of ice cream when we're not supposed to have any. Some, you know what? You might like that Hershey Kisses. You might like those chocolate bars or anything like that. Or some of you, it might be watching that weird show on Netflix. Just been watching that baby all the way through. You know, you'll never admit to it, but you know, for some it might be that you might actually be an OSU fan in Northwest Arkansas.
True.
I get it. You know, hey, we all have our guilty pleasures.
Yes, we do.
And for me, if I'm going to be completely honest with you, my guilty pleasure is politics. I know, oh, don't judge. Don't judge. I know what you're thinking. He's out of his mind. Does he like having high blood pressure? You know, you don't get it. I don't either. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Well, to speak to you honestly, I've been following politics since about 2015. And every election you'll hear someone say, like, our liberties are at risk. They're at stake. We mustn't let the other side win. And if this side wins, everyone will die. And yada, yada, and it never stops. To be completely honest with you, the United States is a completely polarized, incredibly divided place right now. Elections are coming up. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Where am I going with this? Got some simple answers for you. Max, will you read Proverbs chapter 21?
Sure. The king's heart is the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord punishes the heart.
Pondereth the heart. Very good. Thank you, buddy. You know, in Solomon's day, kings held extreme power. Some of them were even revered as gods. This proverb tells us who is really in control. It is our magnificent Savior and supreme God of all creation. He has ultimate authority over the world's rulers, although they haven't realized it yet. Earth's most powerful minds have always been under God's control. You know, have you ever tried to control a current of water? It's hard. The bigger the current, the more difficult it is to stand against it. Oh man, water can sweep away cars, it can destroy buildings, it can move the earth, it can carve rock.
It can even smoothen out or clean steel.
Do you know who controls the rivers? God does. God can. In the same sentence, we see that God controls the king's heart. It is in his hands. It reminds me of a story of an actual historical event that happened in Isaiah chapter 10, verses 5 through 8. It says, "What sorrow awaits Assyria, the rod of my anger. I use it as a club to express my anger. I am sending Assyria against a godless nation, against a people with whom I am angry. Assyria will plunder them, trampling them like dirt beneath its feet." Now listen to this. "But the king of Assyria will not understand that he is my tool. His mind does not work that way. His plan is simply to destroy, to cut down nation after nation. And he will say, each of my princes will soon be king." You see, God controls the kings. We live in uncertain times, frightening times. It's okay to be fearful. We talked about fear a few days ago. It means to have a healthy respect. But don't let that fear rule over you and cause you to quiver in the shadows. Our God is way bigger than any problem that we face. Keep that in mind this week. Our God holds the reins of the world in His hands, and His plan, let's trust His plan. Have a great one, TBC.
Yep.
Love ya.